I was
shouted
sure
down.
to point out yesterday that the whole no intention means Russell Wilson is available. Yeah, I took so much crap for that, and usually I don't care. But this time, I remember filing it away when I was taking the crap for it. If they trade him, baby, I'm doing the victory lap. And somebody pointed out, well, why don't we point out every time you're wrong? You already do. You already do.
You just want some credit when you're right every now and then.
Wrong,
yeah.
When I'm right, damn it, I'm going to enjoy it for a minute or two. So clearly they were willing. Clearly they were ready. And now we know clearly, Christopher David Sims, on this Wednesday, March 9, 2022, that Russell Wilson, 1 week from today at 4 p.m. Eastern, officially will become a member of the Denver Broncos. A crazy day yesterday with a 1-2 punch that turns the NFL not necessarily upside down, but it dramatically changes a few different franchises, starting with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, huge. Game changer. NFL game changer, certainly. Life changer for Russell Wilson. I mean, great start for Nathaniel Hackett, new head coach of the Denver Broncos. Man, you're the head coach. You don't have to worry about getting a franchise quarterback. That's done. I mean, there was a lot of life-changing moments there yesterday that were involved in that trade, definitely. And, yeah, I mean, Mike, that's the first thing I thought of, too, because, even last week at the Combine, people were – well, Russell says he's going to stay there. And, I'm talking to other, radio stations across the country and all that. Yeah, so what? When is everybody going to get over that we can't take these guys at their word when they're in front of a camera? We've been trying to tell people for the last 2 months that Russell Wilson is going to try to finagle his way out of Seattle. That to me, yeah, I'm with you. I just want a little credit every now and then when we go, wait, this is we're connecting dots. We're reading the tea leaves. We're in between the tea leaves. We're everywhere, and we're trying to tell you this. And I think the big thing is just how it went down, Mike. I think that's where it was shocking, too. Just the way it went down. It was Rodgers, the marquee moment of the offseason. He's going to make a decision. He stays home, and 30, 40 minutes later, that news, who the hell cares about Rodgers staying home? Russell Wilson's getting traded, and let's talk about that.
Rodgers got bumped the same way Tom Brady got bumped.
Right?
Tom Brady retires or doesn't, and the Brian Flores lawsuit gets filed. Aaron Rodgers makes his decision known, and then the Denver Broncos pivot to Russell Wilson. The Broncos give up
It was plan A, Mike.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. But the Broncos give up a lot to get a guy they could have drafted 10 years ago. Today's the 10-year anniversary of their meeting for the first time with Peyton Manning, and they got Peyton Manning without having to give up anything. Then they got Brock Osweiler with a second-round pick, while Russell Wilson was still on the board. But there's no way in hell John Elway was drafting a 5'11" quarterback. That was not happening. So I doubt that they even paused when they took Brock Osweiler to think, what about the kid from Wisconsin? I doubt they even hesitated. They even double-clutched for an instant. Now, look at what they're giving up to get the guy on whom they passed 10 years ago in the draft. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick. They get Wilson and a 4th-round pick, and 3 players. Drew Lock, who cares? Noah Fant, that's significant. Shelby Harris, that's significant. Drew Lock is gone, obviously, with Russell Wilson in, although he's in the 4th year of his rookie contract. You keep him around as a backup at a reasonable price, but the Seahawks need something at quarterback, so that makes a ton of sense. But amazing to see what the Broncos are willing to do to rectify one strikeout after another since the Peyton Manning acquisition. Every move they've made at quarterback since having Peyton Manning choose them a decade ago has been a disaster. And some of the moves before that, disasters too. They used a first-round pick on Tim Tebow and gave him away for nothing.
Right. No, definitely. I mean, it's a team that's kind of been all over the place at the quarterback position, but certainly had the good years with Peyton Manning. But it's a new era. I mean, this is what I feel like we're going to see at least once an offseason now. Again, we just watched the team win the Super Bowl who, leveraged the farm on we got to get a quarterback and we got to get more star players, and let's see if we can put that together and win a Super Bowl. And they did it. I mean, again, it's 2 years in a row we're seeing a team get a new quarterback and go right to the Super Bowl and win it. Even Tom Brady, I know that wasn't a trade either way. So I don't think teams are going to be afraid to make these type of moves as we go forward. Especially, it's expensive. So what? Who cares? Nobody even remembers the price tag for Matthew Stafford now that the Rams won the Super Bowl. We just go, it was a good trade. They won the Super Bowl. It's worth it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.